Okay, good evening, everybody. As it is 6:30, December 14th, 2020, we will open up the general meeting of Palos Township. And if we could all please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if we could have roll call, please, Clerk Nolan. Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Trustee Brannigan.
Here.
Trustee Woods.
Here.
Trustee Jeans.
Here.
Trustee Riley. Trustee Riley, I'm not hearing. Oh, I don't know. Okay, Trustee, what did I get? Supervisor Schumann.
Present.
Okay, at this point, I'd say Trustee Riley is absent right now, but he may come in later. So
Okay.
our quorum, Trustee Riley absent.
Okay, thank you for that, Clerk Nolan. If everybody has had time to view and read through the minutes of November 9th, 2020 meeting, motion for acceptance of those minutes would be in order.
So moved, Jeans.
Second, Woods.
Trustee Jeans has made motion, seconded by Trustee Woods. Any further discussion? Any questions? Having none, if we could have roll call for the acceptance, please.
Trustee Jeans.
Yes.
Trustee Woods.
Yes.
Trustee Brannigan.
Yes.
Supervisor Schumann.
Yes.
Ayes have it. Motion carried 4-0.
Okay, thank you for that. We have no special presentations this evening. Reports of officials. So if everybody has gotten the email, we were able to, at Trustee Wood's suggestion, I went back to our insurance representative, Megan Kelly, and she was able to get back with us and provide a no charge training session that everybody who needed it would have been given an email to do so. So if anybody hasn't gotten that email, because the end of the year deadline still exists for that to be completed and certificated to everybody. So if you have not gotten the email for any reason, please contact Diane at the township and she will make sure that it has gotten to everybody. I think everybody should have gotten it. And I know quite a few people, Jane, including today, was able to do it. Is that correct?
Yes, Supervisor Schumann, it really was pretty good. I heard a lot of things, learned a lot of things on there that they really went into everything. I mean, it takes, I don't know, it takes a while though, but you can kind of maybe just take the big points from it, but I thought it was quite good actually. So thank you.
Okay. I had already done it myself. I don't know if it was extremely similar to what that one was because I had to do it for CEUs this year for my nursing license in the state of Illinois. So I had already completed it and it was a very interesting and very nice presentation. So I too enjoyed it. So if anybody hasn't gotten the email, please let Diane know and then we'll take it from there. And thank you for that. Okay, and the other issue, but that's going to be under Trustee Jean's report. I will now go to Clerk Nolan for her for her official report.
Okay, good evening. I just had a few things from the township communicators. Like I said, I've been zooming in on them for probably since March when I could, because they're usually far away, so I don't go, but I really like this group because I hear a lot of things that's going on in other townships. I'm just going to tell you very few. Some townships are still actually closed, really. Some are not open at all, hardly at all. Most are, of course, for the food, just like we are for the food, pantries are open, of course. They just have, some of them had different things depending. Some of the townships up north, to make the distinction between theirs and ours, are quite a bit bigger with 3 and 4 floors and all kinds of room and different huge staff that can do a lot of these things they do. So some of the things they did was they had this thing called pickup meal cards. I'd have to check into that. I don't know really what that would be, but it sounded good. Of course, toy drives, and we've had those. blood drives, photos with Santa, but you'd have to have the room. And I don't know if that's so great doing that right now. So I don't know how that worked out for them. They didn't say, they just said they were going to do it. They'll tell later how these things worked, you know, and sometimes they'll say, oh, it didn't work, don't even try, and stuff like that. I just wanted to say that Worth Township, I don't know if we know Worth Township no longer has a health service. I guess they haven't had it for a little while. I heard that, I didn't know. And the last thing is, you know, Hanover Township always has everything, number one. They have an outside, they put up an outside tent for people to come in and, like, if they want to just, you know, get something like, I don't know if they can get it notarized if they have something like that out there, but if they just want some type of smaller service, maybe they do passports and, you know, something like the things for the disabled people, the veterans, but not just the veterans, through the doctor, for the, I can't think what you call them. You put them in your car.
Decals?
Yeah, if you're disabled, you get so you can get a parking
Oh,
spot.
the placard.
Placards, yeah, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I think they're going to have a tent out there, which was really kind of amazing with heaters just to do that. But that's Hanover. They've got senior, just a whole building that's for seniors, and inside of it is a gift shop. It's unbelievable. So, okay, I just thought I'd let you know, but that's about it. Some ideas. I might know some good things, or if they worked out the next time, but that's not till, I don't think, January. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Clerk Nolan. Any questions? The clerk? Okay, having none, we'll move to attorney's report.
And there's no legal report this evening, Madam Supervisor.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Attorney Peck. Reports of standing committees, Finance and Administration, Trustee Woods.
Thank you, Madam Supervisor. We have the agreement with our finance software company. They have given me a timeline of implementation by May. There's a lot of work to do. And they'll be in contact with our finance person. They'll be in contact with Diane. I named her as the chief contact person. And we should have this up and running by May.
By May, okay, wow.
And that is my end of my report.
Okay, thank you for that. Policy and personnel is myself, Schuman, and that pretty much has been already explained for what we have for the month in that sexual harassment training and the rest of the employees. The nurses, I might add, have already completed it also, as I did, through CEUs that they needed for renewal of their state license. So they did that at Moraine Valley. So the rest of the staff on the administrative side has received all that in finishing that. So that concludes my report. Technology, automation, and information, Trustee Riley. I don't know if you've joined us. I don't think so.
No.
So we have no report. Trustee Riley is.
Well, I can give his,
Sure.
basically, we have the, as we've been working on the server, it is fully up and running. We are currently working on changing our email server over to Microsoft 365 because the current server we have is no longer going to be supported.
Oh, okay.
And he is working on getting us the best price possible for that. And once that's completed, we'll have it at the January meeting for approval.
Okay. So that's the server with the, oh boy, that stuff gets so, that stuff gets a little bit, I'm glad the people that know what they're doing with it for sure, because you change over servers and it's very interesting.
Well, the server is working out really nicely because we can store all of our documents. We now have 3 backups for everything. And it's, if one of our computers gets hacked, and our system gets like the ransomware that you see going on, it can be stopped and everything can be restored back to normal. So we would never be subject to a ransomware attack.
Very good. Okay, thank you for filling in for Trustee Riley. Perfect. Thanks, Trustee Woods. Buildings and Grounds, Trustee Jeans.
Yes, I do have one thing I would like to talk about. I have spoken to the gentleman who is doing the ComEd updating, and he went back to them and they agreed to treat a government agency as a small business. So it will benefit us immensely. They're going to install 41 LED fixtures. I don't know what LED omnidirectional, I don't know what that is, but there's 24 of them. He came out and he knows his business. He just put it all on paper for me. And then remote occupancy sensors, where when you walk in a room, it'll turn the light on and then turn the light off when you leave the room. But anyway, it's over $6,000 to do that. And the cost to us will be $307.50. So we did agree to go ahead with that because we'd like to take advantage of ComEd's generosity.
Trustee Jeans, could you?
He's supposed to call me. Excuse me?
Oh, Assistant Clerk, I just wondered, it's
307.50.
307.50, and it would originally be 6,000?
Yeah, 6,000. Let's see.
Something like that, 6,000.
Yeah, it was over $6,000.
Okay.
So it's quite a savings to us. So that's why I wanted to jump on that and take advantage of it. So I'm just waiting for him to schedule us right now. And as soon as we are scheduled, I will let Diane know and she can coordinate that at the office.
Okay.
That's the end of my report, Madam Supervisor.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Trustee Jeans. Public Services and Health, Trustee Brannigan.
No report tonight.
Okay, thank you. Any unfinished business before the board? Any new business before the board? Okay, we will move in at this time to citizens wishing to address the board. I will remind everybody that it's a 2-minute public comment. And we will have, we will let you know when your time is up. And we will move into, if you wish to speak to the board, put your hand up and we will call you accordingly. All right, it looks like we will start with Laura's hand.
You can unmute, Laura.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead,
Hello.
Laura.
Hello. I called last month as well. My name is Laura Hartman. And before I begin, I want to reiterate that the dedication and tireless work of the local citizens and activists that drew my attention to Trustee Brannigan are the reason that I continue to call. Their years-long commitment to silence racism, fight for equity and justice is simply humbling, and their courage is contagious. I initially got involved and saw Trustee Brannigan lie under oath during a trial, as yet still has not been censured by your board for doing so. I called in with varied success from different meetings. And the last time I actually brought the receipts to explain the dates and times of which Trustee Brannigan lied about having tried to have me arrested for just simply sending her an email. So the point of my calling in is to say, at what point is the board going to censure Trustee Brannigan? She is lying under oath. She is lying during open meetings. And I think it's a good time to remind you of the definition of a trustee. A trustee is an individual person or member of a board given control and powers of administration in trust with a legal obligation to administer said trust. If her racism is not enough, if her misuse of public funds, her perjury, or blatant disrespect of local police officers' time and taxpayer money is not enough to prompt the board to censure her, what is? When a little kid is acting petulant and misbehaving and lying, we don't ask everyone else to leave the table. We remove the child. It seems with Trustee Brannigan, the situation here is to blame the other people at the table for Trustee Brannigan's behavior. She is the disruptive force. Her actions, her perjury.
Thank you. Okay, next up is racist. You are unmuted.
Hello.
Yes, you're unmuted.
All right. Just want to say hello to my favorite people that I see once a month. Unfortunately, we're still here. We don't want to be here, y'all. We really don't want to be here. Brannigan, we don't want to be here, Sharon. I know you, Irving, this guy Irving is annoyed. I know, bro. We're annoyed too. We're all annoyed, okay? We want this to be over as much as all of you want it to be over, but it's not going to happen your way, and it's going to happen our way. So unless she resigns, we're not going to stop, right? And unless you guys, condemn her publicly or something, right? Or censure her, we're not going to stop, right? And that's it. That's it. So as much as all of you hate to hear us, I promise you, all of us hate you guys even more. We hate coming on here and protesting, right? But we have to do it because it's survival for us. And you'll never understand that, all right? You'll never understand what this means to us when you come out and spew hate, racist stuff towards our community. That's scary. That influences people to go out and commit crimes against us, right? And we've said this 300 times, and we're gonna keep saying it. We're not gonna get tired. And we showed up to Brannigan's Flower Shop on 143 and Wolf Road in Orland Park. Sherry's Flower Shop. We showed up there this Saturday. We rallied. It was great. She got really pissed off. Her husband came up to us and tried to say a few things to us. That didn't work. That's great. We're going to keep doing it. We'll see you again, Sharon, pretty soon, and hope to see other trustees too. I don't know. Maybe we'll one day show up to your workplaces, or one day we'll show up to your homes, just like we're constitutionally protected to do so. Until she resigns, we will not stop. I hope you have a terrible Christmas, and I hope you have a terrible New Year.
Time's
Thank
up.
you so much. Bye-bye.
Next up, we have Irving.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
First of all, I'd like to say that Laura spoke very well, and she represented herself well, and I respect her comments. Unlike all the other people that call in and preaching hate. And I just want to say to all of you people, go fight for Palestinian rights. What have you been denied by this board or by the city that has been racist against you? What? What have you been denied? You haven't been denied anything, okay? And as far as racist attacks against you, you've probably been walking out of your liquor stores on the east side and been attacked. So please, one person who voiced their comments, she's already been censured. Give it up. Go fight for Palestinian rights. Palestinians, our homes are being demolished. Put your energy where it belongs, not in this. Thank you.
Okay, are there any other comments?
Supervisor Shubin, I'd just like to say one thing if I can.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that Jane gets a note from me. I never lied under oath at the trial at all. So what I was accused of is false. So I want that to be on the record. Thanks. That's all.
I've got it.
So I saw Keith Servillis raise his hand.
I've got it, Sharon.
So
Thank
go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi there. I would just like to give a big shout out to this board. It's not easy to put yourselves out there, to step up to the plate for service when service is called, especially those that have put themselves out there for many years and for a long time. And whether some folks are right or wrong, they stand up when they're called, they say that pledge, and it's just a salute to you. So keep on you. Good job. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have another hand. iPhone. iPhone, you are unmuted.
Hello, I'm calling in today to tell you how disgraceful it is that this board has shirked their duty, that as American citizens and as leaders in an American community, you have a responsibility to stand up for what our country stands for. We stand for the welfare of all people. We stand for equal rights and protections for all people. And you have violated that confidence that was placed in you. That it's disgraceful that you have not censured Sharon Brannigan for her racist comments and her bigoted comments, and that you have not kicked her off of this board. That she is just a disgrace to the community, and she's a disgrace to you as well. But I can't believe that you people sit there and tolerate this racism, that this country is under attack from this kind of vile, disgusting disease known as racism. And it's been a thorn in America's side from the beginning. And it is just a terrible epidemic that we need to fight right now as hard as possible. And you guys are going in the opposite direction. So stop it. Get to work doing your job as an American.
Okay, next up we have Neerman.
No, I'm sorry. We had another person, iPhone.
Oh, we had 2 iPhones?
We had another one, iPhone.
There's 2. I have iPhone down for this last person, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
the last one was iPhone. We have another one.
iPhone 2, this is iPhone 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay, never mind.
I
Okay,
raised
so,
my hand twice because I thought I had gotten cleared off the queue.
Oh, okay.
okay, so we have
All right, okay, thank you.
the other one, Neerman.
Yes, Neerman is up.
Neerman, you've been unmuted. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Neerman?
Neerman, going once, going twice. Unmute yourself. Okay, we'll go on to the
Neerman
next.
Taha.
Yes, yes, yes. I was trying to unmute myself.
Okay, there you go.
You know, every time we get on here, I'm always trying to figure out what it is that you are reporting to us, and I realize there's nothing. I don't know why you have these positions. Well, none of you have integrity or ethics. To the person who's trying to tell me as a Palestinian, let me just tell you one thing. We're fighting for all Palos Township residents. That's our fight. Okay, don't tell me what as a Palestinian I should be doing. Don't tell me what as an Arab American I should be doing. I'm fighting for everyone. I'm fighting for all of us are fighting for the citizens of Palos Township. That is our priority. And as an American, that's what we stand for. Standing and lifting each other. How dare you come and tell us what you do and who our fight is for and what our fight stands for? I mean, where did you get this person from? I am fuming right now. And I have to tell you, apparently you don't know what the struggle is about. You're coming from a place of privilege and comfort. You're coming from, you don't even know the community. It's so condescending on your part and disrespectful on your part to come and tell us what we should be doing. First of all, as an American community, as Palos Township citizens. So I have nothing else to say to you other than you are not deserving of this. Hello?
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 Well, she muted herself. She still has a few minutes left if she wants to unmute. She has a few seconds left.
Irving Katzenberg is his name.
Just 31 seconds.
Okay, she muted herself again. Okay, the next person you have, Madam Supervisor, is Chad Foxworthy.
Chad, you're up. Unmute yourself. There you go. You're unmuted.
No, you have to unmute yourself. You've been invited to. Okay.
Chad Foxworthy?
Okay, does Chad Foxworthy want to? Hold on, there he goes. I've asked him to unmute himself. You're unmuted, Chad. Okay, you muted yourself again. I'll try one more time. You're asking to unmute yourself.
You're unmuted.
Yes, ma'am, I am. Thank you very much. Sharon Brannigan, Palos Township trustee. While the Palos Township Board has endured years of protesters demanding your resignation, we stood by you without any issued censure and or request for resignation. However, your continued posting on social media and specifically your incendiary remarks regarding Black Lives Matter has prompted specific action. Township cannot continue to be put in a dangerous situation with potentially more protesters and an increase in number of groups involving themselves because of the divisive views you continue to share on your social media. As we are all elected officials under the name of the Palos Township Independent Party, we hereby condemn your continued use of derogatory language toward minority groups and inform you you will not be on any slate of candidates for township election. As a trustee in Palos Township, you were elected to represent all the residents without biases. Your social media postings prove you cannot meet that standard. For this reason, the following members of the Palos Township Independent Party must insist on your resignation, and then there's a whole list of names of people that don't have the courage really to say anything in public, but they sent this letter to dear Sharon to let her know in private what they are too cowardly to admit in public. Now, I think everybody knows who's figured out and been watching this stuff, who the liar is, and we know it's Sharon. But nobody wants to say a word. I don't know if you're all scared of her or you're scared of the people that think just like her. But if you're covering for a liar and a racist, and you're associating with a liar and a racist, that you're going to get all that lying and racist on yourselves. And you have, and then you're going to blame everybody that shows up.
Okay, we have another hand up. Nuclear Aladdin.
Yes, I would just like to second, I think it was Nazmir's comment about, how dare somebody, criticize or try to tell us what to think. I mean, it would be unheard of for one group to force on another group's views onto each other, or to even, force them to think a certain way. It's just despicable that, somebody would force those views onto us. I mean, as she said, this is America. We're all supposed to have our own views and have different, we're allowed to have all of our different views. And it's really despicable that we would, force any one person's views or one group's views on the rest of us. Freedom of speech is well within our rights, and, hate speech or anything like that, it's just not acceptable. Fighting words are not acceptable in today's society, and we should really consider all of the groups' views on this together with it. That's all I have to say.
Okay, are there any other hands for public comment? Looks like one went up, Lenore Wolf.
Lenore, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Well, it's actually not Lenore, it's Mike Wolf. I just want to make a point that sometimes when these comments are made by people like Sharon that are anti-Islamic or anti-Arab, some folks think that that's an attack just on them. But I have to tell you that as a person who's been living in this country since 1943, and my parents are from Ireland and Germany, I view the attacks, the words that Sharon Brannigan puts out, anti-Islamic, Arab and racist remarks, I view them an attack on me as much as, almost as much, let me say that, almost as much as an attack on my brothers and sisters in the Arab and Muslim community. And so this is not, this is an attack on all people. So we are united against these things, and we're going to stand together. And any idea that you're going to divide folks, it's not going to work. And that's all I got to say.
Okay, at this time, I do not see any further hands, unless I am missing somebody. And having no more residents for, or people for public comment,
Oh, no, never mind.
I think we're good, right? Neerman, yes, you've already spoken. We can't have double speaks. Okay. Since there are no further citizens wishing to address the board, there is no executive session needed this evening. An adjournment motion would be in order.
So moved. Woods.
Trustee
Jeans.
Woods, seconded by trustee Jeans. If we could have roll call for the adjournment at 7:03 PM.
Okay, trustee Jeans,
Yes.
trustee Woods,
Yes.
supervisor Schumann,
Yes.
trustee Brannigan.
Yes.
Ayes have it, motion carried, meeting adjourned.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, may it be safe, happy, and joyful.
Right back at you. Thank you.
Thank you.